Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, and today we're actually going to get into chapter 45. Yesterday we did an introduction. This whole chapter is about the holy district, and what we said yesterday is that the word holy shows up 7 times. I'm going to point them out to you as we go through. And most of them, all 6 of the 7, the word is kadesh, which means to set apart. But that one that's different means a sacred place. It's mikdash, which means a sacred place. So when you consider the two, not only are they set up, is this area set apart and made holy, but it's also a place where we can be very close to the Lord and under his protection. So in the verse 1 says, when you allot the land as an inheritance, you shall set it apart for the Lord, a portion of the land as a holy district, 25,000 cubits long and 20,000 cubits broad. It shall be holy, that's that Kadesh, throughout its whole extent. So this land is part of their inheritance. Cultural Study Bible had some interesting notes. For verse 1, it said, the sacred district, the land reserved for use by the God of the temple area. Ezekiel portrays the land as a gift that was returned to the divine benefactor. So the Israelites are going to get that land back that they were supposed to have all the way back in the Old Testament. Now, there was also a note from the Cultural Study Bible for verses 2 through 6, which says, the consecrated area was about 8 miles long and 6.5 miles wide, an area of over 50 square miles. This could be compared to the approximately 620 square miles of the entire district of Yahud, which included Judah under Persian rule. One half of this area, the center of the area, was reserved for the priests and sanctuary. One other area, 8 miles by 3 miles, was reserved for the city, which was most likely Jerusalem, although the name is not given. If this design were superimposed on the land of Israel, it would encompass a large central segment of the tribal allotment of Judah. The territorial scheme shows the relative importance of the officials of the state depending upon their placement near the center, where there was the closest access to God. So that gives you a little bit of a way of judging the size of this, especially if you're a measurement kind of person. It is massive. It is 50 square miles, so it is quite large. So then we get to verse 2, and it says, on the square plot of 500 by 500 cubits shall be for the sanctuary, with 50 cubits for an open space around it. And from this measured district you shall measure off a section 25,000 cubits long and 10,000 broad, in which shall be the sanctuary, the most holy place. That's that Kadesh. It shall be holy, again, Kadesh, the holy portion of the land. It shall be for the priests who minister in the sanctuary and approach the Lord to minister to him. It shall be a place for their houses and a holy, now this is that one holy that's different, that mikdash, which means a sacred place, a holy place for the sanctuary. So the priests get to live in the sacred area that's designated for this group. Verse 5. Another section, 25,000 cubits long and 10,000 cubits broad, shall be for the Levites who minister at the temple as their possession for cities to live in. Alongside the portion set apart as the holy district, that's that Kadesh, you shall assign the property of the city an area of 5,000 cubits broad and 25,000 cubits long. It shall belong to the whole house of Israel. So what we have here is we have these priests in the most sacred area that can be within the city. And they're right there in the center. And then on the outskirts, it's still holy. It's still set apart. But these priests are in a very designated area, a very cultivated and a very cared for area. Tomorrow, we're going to find out about the portion for the prince. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.